There comes a quiet moment in every man's life, a moment that doesn't shout but whispers. It's when you look around and realize the life you built with so much effort now feels too small for you. You've achieved things, you've survived things, but deep down, something inside is dying to evolve. Maybe you've been living on autopilot, repeating days that all look the same. Maybe you've outgrown your job, your habits, your environment, or even your own reflection. And yet, the thought of changing terrifies you, because it means walking away from what's familiar, even if it no longer feels alive. But here's the truth few dare to face. Reinvention is not betrayal. It's the highest act of loyalty to your own potential. Most men cling to a false sense of continuity. We tell ourselves, this is just who I am. But who told you that? Was it really you, or the world carving its version of you through expectations, fears, and failures? Identity isn't fixed. It's a story you tell yourself about who you are. And like all stories, it can be rewritten. You're not your past. You're not your pain. You're not your job title or your mistakes. You are the author behind it all, if only you choose to pick up the pen again. Every version of you had a purpose. The reckless dreamer taught you courage. The broken man taught you humility. The disciplined worker taught you endurance. But if you keep trying to live as yesterday's self, you'll suffocate the man you're meant to become. The truth is, the world changes faster than your comfort zone does. And the man who refuses to evolve doesn't remain safe. He becomes irrelevant. Reinvention begins the moment you stop saying, that's just who I am, and start asking, who do I need to become now? Here's a brutal paradox. Before rebirth, there must be death. To reinvent yourself, you must first bury the parts that no longer serve you. Not with hatred, but with gratitude. The comfort zone, the fake confidence, the mask you wore to fit in, the lies you told to survive. All of them serve a purpose. But every purpose has an expiration date. Growth always demands a funeral. You'll have to mourn your old habits, your old beliefs, and sometimes your old life. You may lose people who only knew how to love your smaller self. You may lose status or certainty, but what you gain is truth. The tragedy of modern life is that men are taught to chase improvement, not transformation. We try to add more skills, more success, more possessions, thinking that will fix the emptiness inside. But true self-mastery is not about accumulation. It's about subtraction. It's about peeling away every false layer until what remains is real. Ask yourself, what am I pretending not to know? What pain have I been avoiding by staying the same? What identity am I clinging to just because I'm afraid of being nobody for a while? The cocoon feels like a coffin to the caterpillar, but it's the birthplace of the butterfly. Likewise, reinvention feels like death before it feels like freedom. That emptiness you fear, it's just space being made for your next form. Most people romanticize reinvention as if it's a sudden, dramatic event. It isn't. Reinvention is repetition. Quiet, boring, consistent repetition. It's choosing the future version of yourself and acting in alignment with him every day, even when no one notices. There's a concept in psychology called identity-based habit formation. You don't change by setting goals. You change by becoming the kind of person who naturally achieves them. You stop asking, what do I want? And start asking, who would I have to become to deserve that? If you want to be a writer, you write. If you want to be a man of integrity, you speak truth, even when it costs you. If you want to be a leader, you act with courage before you feel ready. Reinvention is behavioral first, emotional later. You don't feel confident before you act confidently. You act confidently, and confidence grows as a byproduct of integrity. That's why it's called self-mastery, because the hardest person you'll ever lead is yourself. Every morning, you have two choices: return to your old story or start rewriting the next chapter. That's the discipline of becoming. But reinvention isn't just about you. It threatens others too. When you change, you silently challenge everyone around you who has chosen not to. They might mock you. They'll call you different, or arrogant, or obsessed. Not because you're wrong, but because your growth exposes their stagnation. You'll learn something painful. Not everyone who started with you is meant to finish with you. And that's okay. Some people were only meant to witness a chapter, not the whole story. Don't drag them into your next season if they were meant for your last. Many men fail here. They crave approval more than evolution. But the man who fears judgment will never create anything worth admiring. If you want to reinvent yourself, you must learn to walk alone for a while. Solitude is not loneliness. It's the forge where your next identity is tempered. At its core, reinvention is a spiritual act. It's not about changing your appearance or chasing external validation. It's about alignment. When who you are privately matches who you are publicly, and when what you do daily aligns with what you say you believe, you begin to live with integrity. And integrity gives birth to power. You stop seeking validation because you've found inner congruence. You stop performing success because you've built it from the inside out. And suddenly, you don't need to shout. Your presence does the speaking. Reinvention was never about becoming someone new. It was about remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. This is the art of returning home, not to the past, but to the truth within it. Most people fear reinvention because it feels like betrayal. They think changing means rejecting who they were. But it's not rejection, it's respect. When you evolve, you honor every version of yourself by letting him rest. Say it with gratitude. Thank you. You got me this far. I'll take it from here. That's the sound of a man freeing himself. The art of reinvention is not a sprint, nor a performance. It's a lifelong dialogue between who you were, who you are, and who you could still be. If you feel lost, that's not failure. It's the echo of your soul saying, we've stayed here too long. So burn the old map, carry only what's real, and walk forward, not as the man you once were, but as the man you were always meant to become.